I am mad as hell because I have to re-record this intro. And also, if you're hearing my PC in the background right now, that's because it's rendering the actual commentary and it is cooking itself. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another movie commentary. And today we are doing a movie commentary for the 2016 MCU film Captain America Civil War. Now, before we jump too deep into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to see me do more commentary videos and videos like this. Leave a like and subscribe, like I said. I'd really appreciate that. And also, check out some of my other videos. I already have one movie commentary up on the channel, and that is for Christopher Nolan's movie Tenet. That was so much fun to do. You guys are supporting the hell out of that video. I really appreciate it, and that's what made me want to make another one of these. So here we go. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, hey Raheem, I've seen many people do this, reacting to the MCU. And they're watching it for the first time. They're starting from Iron Man and going all the way to Endgame. And you're probably thinking, why are you doing the one that's like in the middle? Captain America Civil War 2016, directed by the Russo brothers, starring Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, and a whole bunch of other people in this cast. Now, the big reason why I decided to rewatch this film is because mainly I wanted to rewatch it because, well, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming out very soon. It's a little bit more than a month away. It comes out March 19th. And I just did a video reacting to the Super Bowl trailer, to the new trailer, which you can check out on the channel. Check out my reaction to that. I'm super excited for that movie, or for that show. And so I thought, you know what? I want to have a commentary or reaction to an MCU movie on my channel because I'm a big MCU fan. And why don't I do one that I really like? Because I think Captain America Civil War is one of the best MCU films released. It's action-packed and so much fun. And yeah, I just thought we could have fun with it. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do more commentary videos like this. And I guess that's all I have to say for the intro. Let's jump into the commentary. Gotta get some of that water, you know what I mean? Stay hydrated, kids. Stay hydrated. Here's our main man. Ah, he looks so sick. What a shot. What a shot. We're gonna do a good job of making him look cool, you know? Got the hair flowing, got the metal arm, nice suit. Oh, I wonder who's in the car. Well, whoever was in the car, they're dead. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ah, I miss this Marvel intro so much. Man, going to the movies and seeing this intro play before a movie is such an amazing feeling. It feels so good to be watching WandaVision and having this intro play there. Present day, Lagos. This is where some of Wanda's trauma comes into play, speaking of WandaVision. I'm pretty sure this drone, Red Wing, is like an actual bird, his partner, his sidekick in the comics. But I like how they put a twist on it that it's a drone. Makes more sense. Boom! Yay! If you guys know Corridor Crew, I've mentioned them a few times on this channel. They did like a video, like if Marvel was rated R. It's just Cap decapitating people with his shield and just his physical strength, just murdering people. Yay! Nice. The tag teams are so good. Like later in the movies, when we start building teams, man, tag teams are so much fun to watch. Look at Scarlett Johansson stunt double killing it. Yeah. Nice. Oof. Tough hit. Get up, Cap. We gotta go. Falcon's gonna have some sick scenes in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, I could tell that Anthony Mackie is gonna have so much fun in that show. Her signature Black Widow move. Oh. Jeez. That was such a smoothly done fight scene. That's what the Russo brothers were hired to do, and that's why they got to do this movie, 2 more Avengers movies, and the Winter Soldier. They filmed these action movies so well. what's up with people and thinking that they could win a fist match with Captain America? Like, you just can't. Like, don't do it.
Remembered you. I was there. He got all weepy about it. Till they put his brain back in a blender.
Ah. That's gotta be painful for him. Ooh. Like, he thought it was just one click, blow up, done. No, Wanda just like trapped him in this ball of fire for a few seconds there, just to make the pain even more. Wanda. Slight spoilers for the latest WandaVision episode, which is episode 5. They had a commercial in there for Lagos paper towels. That's my favorite commercial so far. Lagos. When you make a mess, you didn't mean to. Love that one.
You know what's about to happen. Say something. If you don't, you'll regret it.
This must be very therapeutic for Tony. Just because there's a great transition there. Her giving the kiss and slide Tony's back there.
As of this moment,
where's Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal's in the background somewhere on stage creating his Mysterio suit. Community cameo, Jim Rash? That's his name? Little Community reference there from the Russo brothers, which is their earlier works. They like to put little cameos. If you've ever seen Community, you might have seen a few stars from there give little cameos in these movies. Like Abed was in The Winter Soldier.
His name was Charlie Spencer. You murdered him.
What an ominous beginning to the movie.
Who's going to avenge my son Stark?
Oh, what a line. What a line.
He's dead. And I blame you.
Try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes it doesn't mean everybody. But if we can't find a way to live with that, next time, maybe nobody gets saved. Use the door.
Watching him and Wanda right now is so strange while watching WandaVision. He looks different in here than he does in WandaVision. I feel like they brighten his makeup a little bit.
A great many people see you as heroes. There are some who would prefer the word vigilantes.
It's kind of bullshit because they do save the day. The government did try to nuke New York at some point, right?
Washington, D.C.
This was just the government let Hydra grow within inside it, and Captain America had to save the day. Okay, that one might be their fault because of Ultron and everything. I guess he's not really saying that like, we don't wish you were there to save the day. He's saying that like, you guys go out there and you improvise the way you save things, right? Like Cap in the first Avengers telling Hulk to, hey, go smash, and he just goes smash a bunch of things. He's saying, hey, if you're gonna go save the day, be more careful potentially.
Only when and if that panel deems it necessary.
But that is also bullshit, because like one of those things that's like, what are they gonna have to go in front of a panel every single time they gotta go on a mission? How long will that take? There will have to be like paperwork and all this stuff. Like usually they're like, hey, suit up, we gotta go on this mission. But now they're gonna have to be like, ooh, let's talk this out real quick of what we're gonna do here. Cleveland. Big ass fonts. Daniel Bruhl, he's pretty cool in this movie. But again, it's not really about him. But that's what Falcon and the Winter Soldier is for. You know, I'm excited to see him be the main villain there because I do think Daniel Bruhl is a very good actor. Oh, it's a brutal way to go. Ugh. By drowning as well. Like I swear he starts to look a little different throughout the movies after this.
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe.
Need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game. If we can't accept limitations, we're boundaryless. We're no better than the bad guys.
He's not wrong.
If someone dies on your watch, you don't give up.
Who said we're giving up?
He's not wrong either.
But it's run by people with agendas, and agendas change.
That capable of in the wrong hands, shut it down, stop manufacturing.
He has a point too.
Chose to do that.
He has an even greater point.
Our right to choose.
The little arguments in this movie about the Sokovia Accords and the politics of it all is so great because you're just sitting here thinking, who's right? I agree with you, but I also agree with you, you know? London. Big ass font.
She had a photograph in her office.
He's like,
Peggy was
fuck.
standing there.
Try to get in there and you turn out to be my lover's niece? Come on.
Even if the whole world is telling you to move,
Oh my god.
it's your duty. Plant yourself like a tree.
Look at Sharon
Look them in the
dropping some knowledge on Cap. It's interesting, right? He showed up to his funeral thinking he's just gonna say goodbye to his babe. And look at that. Sharon dropped some knowledge that relates exactly to his situation right now.
I came out of the ice. Thought everyone I had known was gone. When I found out she was alive, I was just lucky to have her.
Vienna. Big ass font. Ugh, Chadwick Boseman, man. May he rest in peace. I absolutely love his performance in this movie. Such a sad loss for the world. I would have loved to see him in more Black Panther projects or in more Marvel projects as Black Panther. I really thought his character in Doctor Strange would be the next leader, to be the next Iron Man and Cap to the Avengers. Yeah. Come on, Cap, make your move. Yeah, you're like so on Peggy, huh? Wanna go out on a date now that you're Onstead?
He's Romanov. I'll kill him myself.
What a line! T'Challa's on a mission. Up, Cap's in disguise, wearing his baseball cap right there. Cap wearing a cap. Bucharest. Big ass font again.
You're Steve. I read about you in a museum.
Yep.
It always ends in a fight.
5 seconds. You pulled me from the river. Why?
I don't know.
I love how he uses him as a human shield there. Oh, that guy is definitely dead, right? Or at least injured for, I don't know, life. Nice. His suit's so dope. His later suits look even cooler with the upgrades and everything. But the OG suit's pretty cool too. I've heard about how they filmed this scene with like they attached treadmills to cars and basically had the stunt personnel run on these treadmills as the car was moving. That sounds very difficult and super dangerous, but that's what you have stuntmen for, right? Here comes a badass shot. Ready? Give me that motorcycle. Oof. Nice. Where do you think you're going? That's a really cool stunt too. The guy running out of the car as it's flipping, right? Oof. They're just like, what the hell? He's the king of Wakanda.
Is that paprika?
I'm so happy we have WandaVision going on right now. I'm so happy we have WandaVision in general, exploring their relationships, because seeing these early stages right now, again, as I'm watching WandaVision, so interesting how where their relationship goes, you know?
You know, I don't know what this is.
Don't worry, Thanos knows what it is, and he's coming for that.
I may even control it.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
And what do you want?
I want to bang you. I want to bang you. Say it. It's like a nicer way of saying it. Berlin. Big ass text.
So I ask you, as both warrior and king, how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me?
Second badass line from him. Look at Tony trying to play the good guy here, trying to sway Captain America into it.
Some would say it brought our country closer to war.
I love Tony's reaction. He's like, yo, I'm just being nice. Come on, no need to be a dick about it.
It's nobody's fault.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's fault for not signing the contract to be in this movie, right? Pretty sure that's what happened. You know what's great about this is that he's actually thinking. You can
I'm not saying
see
it's impossible.
he picked up the pen
To be safeguards.
and he's really thinking about it. He's like, all right, You swayed me.
Reinstated.
Wanda, what about Wanda?
And that's where Tony blows it all.
She's not a U.S. citizen, and they don't grant visas to weapons of mass destruction.
kid.
Give me a break!
Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans or bounce off each other so well throughout all these movies. Tony and Cap's arguments and separations between their ideologies are great. What I absolutely love about the development of Tony Stark's character is that, like, him in the first movie or even in the second movie, you would think that he would be the Captain America one that's like, fuck the government, I'm not signing for this. And Captain America, you know, being Captain America himself, you know, symbol of America, you know, government, you would think that he would go for the government. And that's what I love about this story, is that they do the opposite, where Cap is now the fugitive and Iron Man is actually siding with the government. And that's just great character development throughout the movies leading to this. Dope. Kinky. Get out of here. Chris, this is what you've been working out this whole time for. This one scene. There it is. See, guys? This is what you hit the gym for.
Mom's name is Sarah.
Nice, Buck. Go with your mom joke. Sick.
Because I'm not the only Winter Soldier.
Plot twist. Oh, I wonder who those lovely people driving this car are. Yeah. These innocent people just having a good day. Oh! They're dead again. I think a lot of people forget that Bucky was given Cap's serum as well. Like, he has the exact same powers as Captain America, but with a metal arm, you know?
Where's yours?
Queens! Big ass text. I remember watching this movie in theaters, and when Queens came up, I got so excited. I was like, "Oh my God, Spider-Man! Ah, finally!" Tom Holland. This was a great introduction to him as Peter Parker. Not even Spider-Man, just Peter Parker.
I gotta know, what's your MO? What gets you out of that twin bed in the morning?
With great power comes great.
I can.
With great power
But you don't.
comes great
And then the bad things happen.
responsibility. You're not saying the line, Tom. You're not doing it correctly.
I can't go to Germany.
Why?
I got homework.
It's one of the great non-action sequences in this movie. That was just so much fun.
Oh my God.
What up, Clint?
What are you doing here?
I am excited for his Hawkeye show too, with Haley Steinfeld. Guy's a robot. Come on, man. Do it, Wanda.
Vision. That's enough. Let him go.
This is what she's doing to him in WandaVision.
Can you move your seat up? No.
I owe you again.
Yes, more of that, please. Oh, it's a little bit weird, man. Come on. Why? It doesn't go anywhere after this. She is gonna be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier though, so.
It's an honor. I'm shaking your hand too long.
That wide shot looked a little weird.
Underoos!
And here's the scene that broke the world when it happened in the trailer. His suit in this movie does look very CG, and I'm pretty sure they did just CGI his suit in this movie. Except the Iron Spider, they had him actually wear a suit that they touched up a little bit in post-production, but this one is fully CG. He looks a little bit like a cartoon.
Captain America.
Oh, great.
You ever notice that in the beginning of the movie, Cap has a little A for Avengers on his suit, but after he decides I'm not doing this anymore, the A is gone off his shoulder. You have a metal arm?
Metal arm? That is awesome, dude.
Dropping people's cars on his head.
Oh God.
Spider sense.
Hey, buddy, I think you lost this.
I've done that earlier.
I hate you.
May the banter continue. His vision drawing a literal line that's dividing the two.
We fight.
Yep.
This is gonna end well.
do it. Ah, so epic. Oof. What a great comic book sequence this is. Fucking hell. This is definitely one of the best superhero sequences, like, ever. Also, big shout out to, I believe, Henry Jackman, that's his name, did the score for this movie. His scores for this film and The Winter Soldier, very good scores. Gymnastics! Yeet! Get over here, kid. You know nothing about this.
I'm good, Arrow guy. Let's go. Let's go.
This is great. The Ant-Man movies are alright. I definitely enjoyed the first one more than the second one. But what they have, the best thing about them is Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's great as Ant-Man.
And if I tear myself in half, don't come back.
Sure about this guy?
I've heard that line hundreds of times, but I don't know why it made me laugh so much now. Big ass Ant-Man! Again, I've seen this hundreds of times. I don't know why I'm finding this so entertaining right now.
Met yet? I'm Clint.
I don't care. Natasha, you know what the right thing to do is. Oh.
I'm sorry.
And this is how their relationship blossomed.
It's as I said. Catastrophe.
Friendly fire vision, come on. I remember they showed this in the trailer. I mean, he didn't die, but I do remember they showed this in the trailer. Come on, you're like a brother. You're a family member. He's the only one Cap has left, right? Because at Peggy's funeral, he did say to Natasha, you know, when he came back, he thought everybody was gone. And he had Peggy. And now Peggy's gone. Now he doesn't have Peggy, but he still has his best friend from all those years ago. I mean, it must be tough for Cap, you know, being the man out of time. Joe Russo! There's a Russo Brothers cameo.
Facial recognition yet?
You never can trust a Stark. Who are you?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Scott, he ended your whole life right there. I wonder if in the future we're gonna see the Raft. I feel like we will. Especially in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We might see this prison again. This right here is one of his best suit up scenes. I don't know which one's my favorite, but this one's sick. With the music and everything. Hype. Let's go.
He's gotta be 100 years old right now.
So are we, pal.
These fuckers are lucky though. They're 100 and look like that. Dolores probably is 100 and dead.
I lost everyone. And so will you.
He has a tragic past, Zemo, and in the future, I'm looking forward to see it be more explored. He gives us a little glimpse here, you know, family died in Sokovia, but more of a development. I would love to see that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This
What is this?
is one of the best MCU plot twists done, because I remember watching this movie for the first time in cinemas. I gasped when my brain started putting it together. I was like, no fucking way. This blew my mind. So well done. And all we needed was for Tony to say, I know this road, and now the audience are already ahead of him putting things together. I mean, like, how could you not be pissed at him, right? Yeah, he's mind control, but man, every single time you look at him, you would have to be reminded of the fact that this man killed your parents. Take out the jet, yeah! Smart play. You know, they're very lucky that they have to fight in pre-nanotech suit, because the nanotech suit would have absolutely destroyed them. That's what I'm talking about. The Russo brothers just know how to direct these action sequences so good. Watch this. This is the best shot. Oh! The shield combos past him. Get back to him. I love those. Henry Jackman on the score, killing it. Not cool, bro. Blew the guy's arm off. Oh, now here's my favorite shot. Ready? Boom! One last thing about Zemo that, again, I'm looking forward to in the future is that, like, it's not going to be so easy. I hope they write it that it's not so easy to see him as the villain. Like, he's not just a straight up villain. I hope his character is like this movie where you're balancing the sides of, well, he's right, but also he's right. Like, obviously he will be the villain that does the extreme thing that you will think, okay, no, you are a straight up villain. But I hope we ride that line of, like, why he hates superheroes and what's his task, and what is his actual task, you know? That it's not so strict, that's not so straight in the line of, like, oh, he's evil just because. See, like things like this. I know I just talked through this whole story, but I've heard it hundreds of times. It's a great little story of his past, and he does apologize. It doesn't mean much because he did kill his dad, but he does feel sorry for having to kill his dad, you know, to get what he wants. We gotta save it for future Marvel projects. What are you doing? Come on, you're not out yet.
He's my friend. So was I.
Right in the heart, Tony.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, you can. Oh! I've seen people online say this, that, like, there is actually a really cool detail in this fight scene right there at the end. He breaks his mask off first. He makes sure to take the mask off. Because people are saying that, well, he knew that if he powered down the suit by hitting the reactor, Tony would suffocate in the suit. I would like to really believe that theory. That's a really cool detail, because watching that, you can definitely see that he breaks the mask off first intentionally. What a great shot, too, burying the Captain America shield in Tony's arc reactor. Watching this for the first time, you just didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, people were making theories of who's gonna die in Endgame or Infinity War. I think in that one sequence, people were like, is Cap really about to kill Tony? No way.
My father made that shield.
You have a point. There you go, have it back. Ah, rest in peace, legend. Stan Lee.
Yes, this is Tony Stank.
One of his best cameos on this one. Tony Stank.
If you need us. If you need me.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
You know, I wonder how different this movie would have been if it didn't have that happy ending. It is more of a happy ending, I would say, right? With them fighting and then at the end being like, you know what? No, we're still kind of friends, you know? Even though they don't actually talk as they explore in Infinity War and stuff, they're still separated. I wonder what kind of ending or how impactful this ending would have been if it just ended with the shield and the shield toss, you know, like a more of a somber ending. Night, Buck. Man, it's...
Thank you for this.
It's just a real shame that we lost such a great person and a great actor like Chadwick Boseman, because I remember the first time I saw this movie in theaters, when this movie ended with this post-credit scene, I thought to myself, wow, I'm so excited for Black Panther. I can't wait to see more of this, because I love his accent. I was like, I could sit there for 2.5 hours of his movie just listening to him talk. Such a shame that he won't be able to continue as Black Panther in the future. And we'll see where that franchise goes. But yeah, there's another end credit scene with like Spider-Man, but yeah, it's there. Alright, so that was fun. Here's some of my general thoughts on it. Again, I think this is one of the best MCU films out there. I think it's my second favorite. I think Captain America the Winter Soldier is probably still my favorite. But I love this one. It's action-packed, and I love the story. I've said this in the commentary. I love how the character developments of Captain America and Iron Man lead to them picking what side they want to pick, and it's kind of the opposite of where both characters started in the MCU. Like an earlier Cap would definitely side with the government, be the Boy Scout, and Tony Stark would be like, fuck the government. But now their characters have moved on so far, so much away from those where they started, so that like Cap is now the fugitive and saying fuck the government, and Tony Stark's like, I'm with the government. So I love that aspect of the story. And what I also love is that, like, even though the movie's called Captain America Civil War, the story isn't really pointing and being like, oh, Iron Man's the villain because he's not Captain America. No, they both give very valid reasons to why they pick sides, and this is where the fandom splits. I mean, many people are Team Iron Man, many people are Team Cap. It's not that easy to pick. I mean, I'm Team Cap personally, but yeah, people have been swinging both sides, being like, well, Tony's right, Cap's right, and it rides that perfect line for as long as it can of being like, listen, it's not that easy to make a choice, and it's not that Iron Man's the villain because this is Captain America's movie. No, they're both kind of right. And it was nice to see Black Panther, the introduction of Black Panther in this movie. I remember the first time watching it. Black Panther, Iron Man showing up, it was super exciting. I've commented on Chadwick Boseman's performance in the commentary. Like I said again, you know, it's a real shame that, you know, that he passed away, and again, may he rest in peace. I would have loved to see what he would have done with Black Panther in the future. I really felt like Black Panther could have been the next leader of the Avengers alongside Doctor Strange. But yeah. So, that was my movie commentary for Captain America Civil War. This is only my second movie commentary on the channel. Let me know how I can make these better. You know, maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe the editing is not, you know, good and you guys are not enjoying it. Let me know how I can improve these. I would love to take all of that into consideration. Also, let me know down in the comments who is your favorite Avenger and which side are you? Are you Team Cap or are you Team Iron Man, and why? I would love to have a discussion with you about that. So, for now, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.